Okay, Lisa, we are here. It is BravoCon weekend, and we're at your gorgeous restaurant in the Paris hotel. We're so excited to see you today. Oh, thank you. You know what? It's really good to be here. I've been working so hard. I can't tell you. So, I'm jumping up and down all directions. But when I come back to my restaurant, I'm sitting here. I think, oh yeah, I can get it right. You know what I mean? Because this was such an intricate design, and my partner and I, we lived and died this place when we built it. And you come back and it's, I try to spend a lot of time in my restaurant. So, yeah, it's always a good feeling for me. For sure. It's very romantic. It is Paris. Of course, it has to be. I love it. Yeah. Well, BravoCon 2025. I know. What is it like? I mean, Vegas is kind of your little world. Oh, I like that. It's like world colliding. Yeah, we have told everything. Well, you own like everything. Well, no, I don't. I mean, I only have 3 here, but I'm going to take over that hotel for sure. But I have to say, when you drive in and you see El Triumph and there's 100-foot picture, I never suggested that. I'm just like, who put this here? But I like it. And then there's Martha Stewart on the other side. I'm like, who knew? Who knew? I know. We actually took a photo with it, and I was like, Lisa, we're about to see you again. And you look good. It's 100 foot high. Well, you look good 100 feet high. Well, I'm sure a little bit of work has been done to that picture. Let's be honest. No, you did mention the new hotel, which we're so excited for. We honestly, want to work there, right? I want to work for Lisa in any capacity. I told you that maybe 5 times and it still has not happened. You didn't pass your audition last time if you remember about Pinkage, right? We've grown. We've grown. We've grown. It's been a year. Thank you. You don't need to grow too much. If you see the new season of Vanderpump Rules, you'll see that maybe you could come in at entry level. Oh, okay. Have you seen the trailer? We have seen the trailer, and we have a lot of questions for you. Have you chewed it over? I have. I watched it a couple of times because, I think the first couple... a lot, honestly. But this is our job. This is our job. We have to investigate. Yes. I think the big thing everyone is wanting to know is, how does it even compare? Does it compare? What are we going to go into it with? Oh gosh. I never really think about comparisons with any new project I do. Of course, ostensibly, it's the same show with the same name and it's at the same restaurant, but that last season, it very much moved on from the restaurant. Now we're back to grassroots. So we have this nucleus, the restaurant, which always pulls them back together. And that's what I used to really love about the show, because they have to work together and they have to make it work. And sometimes they don't, but it's multifaceted. It's not just following their lives, it's kind of their work life. Thereafter, it's a very interesting show this season. They're young. They're naughty. 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 You think naughtier than the original? Well, you know what? Life has moved on as well. You've got to remember that when we first started Vandom Walls, there wasn't even really any social media. Twitter had only just started. So now there's all this kind of whole new life with social media and the way they live their lives. It's very different. Are there any similarities? I suppose going back to the early days of Anna Pump was just seeing them struggling together. That's an essential part of it. John Hamm came up to me once and he said, "I'm John H. What are you talking about? Are you laughing about what you..." John Hamm loves this stuff. You could be our other host. Honestly, would you call that? I love John Hamm. I love John Hamm. and he came up to me and he said, "I used to work in a restaurant, and when I saw Vanderpump Rules, I thought, you've got it so right. And unless you've worked in that kind of environment, you don't really understand how complicated it gets. But what is it? It's very different because they're just such different characters. Some of them have been there for quite a few years, so they're pretty settled. I mean, when people are saying, 'Oh, you just got a new cast? You threw them into restaurant?' Absolutely not. There's a couple of new additions, but some of them have worked there for like 2-3 years prior to filming, yeah. So, they're very comfortable with each other. Maybe a little too comfortable, one might say. That's good that they created an organic vibe before the cameras came. I can't really say it's an organic vibe. It could be a fractious vibe. It's a very different show. It feels, how can I say? It feels a little vintage Vanderpump, but W's. Luck. The hosts ask Lisa Vanderpump about Kyle saying in the Beverly Hills trailer that she could go Brad or Angelina. Lisa responds that it's not a big revelation. Anyone could be attracted to either of them, and she doesn't understand the fuss around Kyle's sexuality. Her message: if you want to be with a woman, then be with a woman. People care more about what you hide than what you say. Lisa talks about giving a 20-minute speech supporting LGBT rights and how she's been married to Ken for 43 years. They married after just 3 months. She jokes that if she ever had a crush, she would shout it from the rooftops. One host relates, saying she also married quickly, and people judged her. Lisa tells her humor is key in a long marriage, and that at some point she will want to kill her husband, jokingly. They talk about Andy Cohen prank calling Lisa on Call Her Daddy. She didn't know it was on air. Andy asked who he should remove from the Beverly Hills cast, and she replied late with, "All of them?" Lisa mentions she won't see the Beverly Hills cast at BravoCon, and that she loves Garcelle. The hosts ask if she'd return to the show if Andy shook up the cast. They press her about why Kyle and Maurizio haven't divorced yet. Lisa says she doesn't read enough, but guesses it might be complicated. Kids? Money? And maybe they'll even find their way back to each other. She adds she thinks Kyle should just openly be with Morgan if that's what she wants. Lisa ends by saying she's extremely busy, but always makes time for the hosts, and she jokes they should watch a full season of Vanderpump Rules.